Good morning. We have to be on time. If you'd like to stand, we'll sing our call to worship. This joy I have, the world didn't give it to me. This joy I have, the world didn't give it to me. This joy I have, the world didn't give it to me. The world didn't give it, and the world can't take it away. Take it away. This praise I have, the world didn't give it to me. This peace I have, the world didn't give it to me. This peace I have, the world didn't give it to me. The world didn't give it, and the world can't take it away. Take it away. This love I have, the world didn't give it to me. This love I have, the world didn't give it to me. This love I have, the world didn't give it to me. The world didn't give it, and the world can't take it away. Take it away. This life I have, the world didn't give it to me. This life I have, the world didn't give it to me. This life I have, the world didn't give it to me. The world didn't give it, and the world can't take it away. Take it away. This joy I have, sing it out. The world didn't give it to me. This joy I have, the world didn't give it to me. This joy I have, the world didn't give it to me. The world didn't give it, and the world can't take it away. Take it away. The world didn't give it, and the world can't take it away. Take it away. The world didn't give it, and the world can't take it away. Take it away.
Thank you, music team, as always. Welcome, 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 welcome. I'm Ann Reed, and I am your worship assistant today. I'm very honored to be here, and I'm so happy to see so many faces who came out into the sunshine and decided to spend a few moments inside with all of us, celebrating our love and our joy. I also want to welcome those who might be watching us on YouTube, which is evidently going on right now. So we're worldwide. We're not just here in Traverse City. We have a few announcements. The first is the Oracle Within, which meets, I think, every Wednesday? First Wednesday, thank you. The first Wednesday of every month. Next week's meeting is canceled. Is it up there? Okay. But it will return the first week of June. Also, we have a Unity workshop, a mini class on the booklet, The Forgotten Teachings of Charles Fillmore, will be offered today after fellowship and will include a video and discussion. So even if you haven't registered for that presentation, you're still welcome to come. So please join us if you can. The class will be about an hour long. We're starting a new deepening discussion group. And this actually came from an idea from Reverend Kathy Long, who spoke a couple of weeks ago. So I think it's actually something that will be very beneficial to all of us. It's a new monthly discussion group. It's starting on June the 1st, following fellowship. The purpose of the group is to engage in discussions about spiritual topics to help us deepen our spiritual awareness and to develop a greater consciousness of how to live by spiritual principles in our daily lives. The first group will focus on the Unity booklet, 5 Principles for Spiritual Living, and there is a sign-up sheet out in the foyer to receive a copy of the booklet, which should be here next week. Amphitheater, beautification, Efforts are underway to beautify our amphitheater by putting in landscaping plants along the path. So to pay for this phase of the project, which will cost about $150, we are asking for donations to purchase the plants. If you're interested in helping with the project, there's a basket for donations in the foyer, and we certainly thank you for your help. Volunteers, thank you again. I know last week was our Volunteer Appreciation Week or Day, but we want to thank you again. We do have a lot of leftover thank you volunteer gift bags, which Ann Walker, Ann's right here, will be handing out in the foyer after the service. So please see Ann to get your gift, and with our thanks and with our gratitude. And today is Script Sunday, so please be sure to order your script cards today if you're interested. They're like a gift card if you're not familiar with that system. Very easy to use, lots of different locations that you can go to. And the church receives a little piece of that back, so it's a fundraising opportunity for us. The order sheets are by the kitchen. And next is our board minutes. So I invite the board to come forward, please, and we'll share what's going on. And now I become a board member. Are you starting?
Yes, I can. So June 1st, Sunday, June 1st, we're going to have our volunteer picnic. The board is going to sponsor the volunteer picnic. You may remember that from last year. So just put that on your calendars that it'll be kind of a cookout, picnic, volunteer appreciation for everyone.
I guess so. Good morning. I'm Vicki Green, for all those who don't know me, and I forgot my name tag this morning. So anyways, I'm here this morning to talk about the C-Team. And many of you already may be familiar with the C-Team, but if not, I want to just give a brief background. So prior to the C-Team, there was the education team, which kind of went by the wayside, I think, for a few years. And 2 years ago, July of 2023, the C-Team was revived and changed. We changed the name from the education team to the Spiritual Enrichment and Education Team. And of course, the acronym, we all have acronyms, don't we? So anyways, we are now the C-Team, and our job, basically, or the job of the C-Team is to provide programs, classes, workshops, events, for the congregation, ways to help you to get to understand unity better and what it's all about, and just to get to know yourself better and how you fit with unity. So primarily what I'm going to talk about now is just the things that I have planned for the summer, and you've already heard a couple of the events, so I don't want to repeat those. But in addition, just in June alone, I think May is pretty much covered, but in June, we will have Meg, who is not here today, but she's one of our singers, will be doing a workshop on the Goddess Within, the Divine Feminine. That's June 14th. For all of these things, there'll be more information to follow. June 20th is the summer solstice. We are working on that, so more information to follow. The week of June 24th, Jill Zafie, I know I saw her somewhere, there she is, Jill, and I will be starting a book study using the book, The Inner Work of Age by Connie Zweig. Actually, that's going to be part of another team, but I don't want to confuse you any more than you already might be confused, so I'll let it go at that. Anyways, more information to follow, but we're going to be doing a book study on that, and it will be a year long. We will meet once a month, so wait for more information. And Ann Walker, there she is right here, one of the board members, is going to be doing a little workshop after the service on the 29th using a pamphlet, a unity pamphlet called Aging with Grace. Should be very interesting. So we have a lot of things going on. We also plan to have amphitheater events once a month during the summer. Again, more information to follow. And then in July, there will be another potluck that the Compassionate Choices Marianne and the rest of that crew will do the potluck and then a little film after the service also. So now I'm going to pass this on.
That was a bored 5 minutes.
I don't have anything else to add to that, except that I'm very excited that now that we do have all the electricity set up in our amphitheater, we're planning on having 3, June, July, and August, having church service in the amphitheater, weather permitting. So I'm very excited about that. Thank you.
And finally, on July 27th, we will be hosting Reverend Michael Gott. He's actually the senior minister at Unity of Houston, and he's been well known in the world of New Thought spirituality for over 20 years. First as a musician and recording artist, and in the last decade as a teacher, minister, and spiritual leader. He's received numerous honors and awards, including a doctorate from the Centers for Spiritual Living for his contributions to the field of contemporary spiritual music. He's known for his passion for teaching unity principles and the emotional impact of his speaking. He has a deep love and appreciation for the power of spiritual community. And he says, "Nothing is more inspiring to me than to see someone step out of a limiting idea and into possibility." So we are thrilled to have him here on the 27th. Invite your friends, your family, your people on the street, we don't care. Anybody that you would want to have come. It would be a very, very special service. And I think with that, we're done.
Thank you.
If you'd like to stand, we'll sing. This one's a new one for us.
I'm reaching out to feel the infinite. I'm reaching out to know the divine. I'm reaching out to feel the infinite. Yet forever is already mine.
Sing that again.
I'm reaching out to feel the infinite. I'm reaching out to know the divine. I'm reaching out to feel the infinite. Yet forever is already mine. I'm already there. I'm already home. I'm already safe in my eternal soul. I'm already there. I'm already home. I'm already safe in my eternal soul. I'm going deep to feel the infinite. I'm going deep to know the divine. I'm going deep to feel the infinite. Yet forever is already mine. I'm already there. I'm already home. I'm already safe in my eternal soul. I'm already there. I'm already home. I'm already safe in my eternal soul. I'm rising up to feel the infinite. I'm rising up to know the divine. I'm rising up to feel the infinite. Yet forever is already mine. I'm already there. I'm already home. I'm already safe in my eternal soul. I'm already there. I'm already home. I'm already safe in my eternal soul. I'm already there. I'm already home. I'm already safe in my eternal soul. I'm already there. I'm already home. I'm already safe in my eternal soul.
So as we move into the service portion of our meeting today, we will begin with an opening prayer. But before the prayer, I wanted to read something from Pope Francis, who, as we all know, just passed away recently. because I think it's just so fitting for who we are as a unity community. He says, "Rivers do not drink their own water. Trees do not eat their own fruit. The sun does not shine on itself, and flowers do not spread their fragrance for themselves. Living for others is a rule of nature. We are born to help each other, no matter how difficult it is. Life is good when you are happy, but much better when others are happy because of you." And with that, let's pray. The light of Christ fills my mind. The life of Christ fills my body. The love of Christ fills my heart. The substance of Christ shines forth through me as faith and freedom, joy and courage, power and peace. Amen. Now let's say our statement of unity, the affirmation. Could we say that together, please? I am calm, centered in divine peace.
Gather the Spirit, harvest of power. Our separate fires will kindle one flame. Witness the mystery of this hour. Our trials and light appear all the same. Gather in peace, gather in thanks, gather in sympathy now and then. Gather in hope, compassion, and strength. Gather to celebrate once again. Gather the spirit of heart and mind. Seeds for the sowing, laid in store. Nurtured in love and conscience refined. With body and spirit united once more. Gather in peace, gather in thanks, gather in sympathy now and then. Gather in hope, compassion, and strength. Gather to celebrate once again. Gather the spirit growing in all. Drawn by the moon and fed by the sun. Winter to spring and summer to fall. The chorus of life resounding as one. Gather in peace, gather in thanks, gather in sympathy now and then. Gather in hope, compassion, and strength. Gather to celebrate once again.
Thank you. Now is the time for our meditation. So as the lights go down, if you would, just get comfortable in your seats. Take a few deep breaths, if that helps. Close your eyes. My mind, body, and spirit are sheltered in one presence, one power, and one wisdom. I invoke that shield of love today and know all is well. There is nothing to fear, for I am always guided, protected, and safe. I am one with the highest source of power in the universe, so there's nothing to fear. Knowing that each energy, element, and action is part of the divine orchestration of life, I face any shadow and offer my light. I turn away from fearful external appearances and bring my full awareness to the power and presence of Spirit in me. Divinely inspired thoughts, words, and actions focus me on God's love, and I can affirm, I am safe. The universe is always supporting me. When fearful or confused, I pause to breathe, relax, and listen to the divine guidance within me. From this centered place, my actions, thoughts, and deeds align with Spirit, and I am protected. As you consider this, boldly affirm, wherever I am, God is. And if we could, let's say that together. Wherever I am, God is. And as we prepare to enter the silence, let's say it together one more time. Wherever I am, God is. Wherever I am, God is. You are safe and secure, surrounded and shielded in the powerful presence of Spirit. And so it is. Amen. Thank you so much, Ernie. That was lovely, lovely, lovely. And now I'd like to bring our speaker up for today, and that is our very own Mr. Bob White.
Oh, I've got this. I'm full set. Thank you. I do need the, I'll take one of these just because. Thank you. Good morning. It is so nice to see so many of you here today, some faces I haven't seen in a while that is great to have back with us, as well as anyone who is new here for the first time today. I'd like to welcome you to Unity of Traverse City. It's a blessing to have you with us. And to all the regulars, thank you again for deciding to share part of your Sunday morning with us. Now, I have been accused sometimes of jumping the shark, being ahead of things, and today it is May the 4th. It is 65 degrees, and I hereby declare my commitment to summer clothing for the rest of the year. Thank you very much. Now, I have spared you looking at my Casper the Friendly Ghost white legs because it's so early. And it was 40 degrees when I came this morning, so I'm not completely stupid, but I declare summer. So there. Today's going to be a little bit different because what I'd like to do is introduce something that is going to be new to us, and it's called the Transformational Stories series. Now, what might that be, you could ask? Well, we're going to be inviting anyone in our community once a month, and it's going to be, I think, on the last Sunday of each month, a chance to share some story that has transformed you. It could be Unity related, it could be related to a friend, anything else, but we all have stories of transformational activities and transformational times in our lives. I think it's important that those are shared because they can give to someone else who might be in the very same position that you are in or have been in a degree of hope. Haven't we all been in a place at some point that we just didn't know what in the world we're going to do, and then we heard a message. A friend told us something. We read something. We heard a song, whatever it might be. But it made a difference. It was a spark to our own personal transformation. And I think that is extremely valuable to us individually and to us as a ministry. So we all have a story to tell, and I would encourage each and every one of us to consider telling your story. It can be cathartic for you. It can be inspirational for everyone else. Now, telling the story allows you to tell others what you've come over. Like I said, first-time visitors. What you say might be a beacon of hope for them to overcome some aspect of something going on in their life. So please, if you have a transformational story, consider telling it here. Could be the start of someone else's story as well. Now, how are we going to do this? Well, first of all, don't be too concerned. We're not going to ask you to come up here, give you a mic, and say, okay, start talking. It's going to be a little bit more planning than that. What we'd like to do is to have you, first of all, get a hold of me. You can talk to me personally, you can send me an email, and just let me know that you want to participate in this. You will receive an outline of a format and some questions that we'd like for you to just really write out your answers to initially. Just write them out, answer each one of them. The process is actually based on the hero's journey. I think we've all heard of that. Joseph Campbell is a philosopher who probably made that more famous than anyone else because he did I think it was a 6-week series with Bill Moores years ago on this particular topic. And if you have a chance, I highly recommend you go to YouTube and watch this. It is a phenomenal piece of television and of learning. The hero's journey talks about potential life changes. Something comes up, an obstacle, a challenge that we have to face. I'm not really sure how we do it. It's a time of wandering. We meet mentors, we meet friends, we meet adversaries, we meet allies, and from them we get a piece of knowledge that leads to that transformation that we have to have occur. Once that happens, the person's transformed, they go back home. And on the way back home, they receive more or run into more challenges which they overcome. And they get back to wherever they started as a new person in some ways that has changed their lives for the better for the rest of their lives. And they tell their story. So that's what I'd like us to consider. I want to share with you some of the questions and how this is done so you have an idea of what it's about. The first question is, what obstacles or challenges do you face? What happened to put you in that dark place or put you in that space of unknowing, which I think is the most uncomfortable space in the world? We can face anything and handle anything at all that we want if we know what it is. But that time when we don't know whether to go left, right, up, down, or even what we need to do is extremely uncomfortable, at least for me. Keep it simple. An example would be 3 years ago, I lost a job that I had for over 20 years. It's concise, but it tells us what happened. What was the event? What was the impact? Suddenly, not only was I out of a job, but I lost the identity I'd had for decades. That again is to the point, but it gives us an idea of how difficult it was for you at that time and what you had to try to overcome in a way that you still didn't know how. Was there a wilderness period or dark night of the soul, as we've all talked about? After being let go, I sank into a sense of despair, fear, and resentment. Now, this isn't my story at this part. It could be, but it's not. These are just examples of how we can get into these things. How did you get stuck? What was the effect? But next, what was the turning point? What helped you to realize and to break through whatever challenge or obstacle you had to face and you had to overcome? For example, then one day there was a turning point thanks to my best friend who never gave up on me. And what elements were instrumental in your return? Was it something to do with unity, other New Thought principles, classes, workshops, readings, small groups, whatever it was? My friend invited me to attend a unity service, and I was amazed to hear the message that I could change my life. From there, what happened next? What helped you to heal? What have you discovered about yourself? What were your insights? Was there a gift you found, as there normally is in any type of change we go through? When you're up to your behind in alligators, it's hard to remember that your initial objective was to drain the swamp, but you know at some point there will be something you can take from almost any circumstance that we have to live through. And that in and of itself is transformational. Through this experience, there were some great ahas that I am grateful to have experienced. Tell us what they were. Tell us how they changed you. And what benefits did you receive from those? And finally, where are you now? What changes in your life do you feel blessed and honored to have received? As I look back on the person I was when I lost that job, I am grateful for the transformation I had, and I am now fill in the blanks. Maybe it's resilient. Maybe it's peaceful. Maybe it's wanting to help others go through the same thing. Whatever that is, there's something that you received from this whole process that has changed or will change your life. And then you can share that with others. You can be a model, a beacon. You can just be you and have others see how far you have come and what you have done. So that's the process. Write out your answers, put it in outline form, and then send it to me. We'll review it together. We can make some suggestions together, or we can both say, hey, this is perfect, just run with it. I got nothing to add to this. And we want to start the last week, the last Sunday in June, which is the 29th, which means whoever decides to do this first would need to have an outline to me by the 15th of June. And when that day arrives, on the 29th, and you are handed the microphone to tell your story, you'll have 5 to 7 minutes to do it in. Now, thank goodness I'm not doing that today, because this has gone on already much more than 5 or 7 minutes, but that should give you time to cover those points, tell your story, and end up in a place of change, and hopefully inspiration to other people. So what I'd like to do for a few minutes here is to share with you one of my transformational stories that I have had, and I've had more than one in my life. And some of you may have heard this before, some of you might have heard all of it before, and some of you might be brand new to it. That's okay. The challenge that I face is, like many of us, I did not come from a very nurturing family. We didn't have any religious or spiritual background, and as a matter of fact, I thought at best that God was ambivalent to me. I was aware of God, didn't know anything about it, and didn't think he cared for me for that much. For years, I had heard messages from my parents, my teachers, some of my friends, that I was not good enough, I was a mistake, I didn't belong, I was not enough in any way, and that I simply did not matter. The impact of that is that those messages continued all the way through junior high school approximately, and by the time I got to high school, they were no longer messages, they were beliefs I had about myself. I believed I wasn't worthy. I believed I didn't belong. I believed I was not enough. I believed I couldn't provide for anybody. And I believed that I simply didn't matter. These beliefs lasted for years, literally decades, before I was able to begin to address them. I didn't have a dark night of the soul, I had a dark morning of the soul. I was awake about 4:30, 5 o'clock one morning, sitting in our dark living room and wondering what in the world had happened to my life. How did I get to this point? How did I get to become an observer of my life, not a participant? I didn't know what I wanted, but I knew whatever it was, I didn't have it, and I had to find it. I felt shame, I felt guilt, I felt that I had let my parents and my friends down, and I was a pretty decent actor. I could put on everything is right with Bob face, and you'd believe it. I could do that and pretend like everything was fine when nothing was. That dark morning of the soul reminded me that 30 years prior to that, I had bought a book called A Course in Miracles. I had opened it, I read a page or two, put it in a box, and knew I'd never pick it up again. 30 years later, for some reason, as I sat in that chair, I had the thought, I wonder if I still have that book. And I went down in the basement, found the same banana box I put it in 30 years ago, and picked it up and started to read it. And it started to make sense. For the first time in my life, I felt that I had something to help. Not only did I start reading the book, I started coming to Unity, and instead of just sitting there and wondering what I was going to do at 1 o'clock that afternoon, and when the meditation was going on, trying to figure out if my lawnmower would start, I listened. I listened to what people were saying and took it in, and it started to resonate and make sense to me. I began to develop a relationship and experiences, a personal relationship with God that I had never had before in my life, and I felt that I had found something extremely valuable for me. What I discovered about myself was that I am not defined by what other people think about me. I do not have to look out there for acceptance, for love, for validation that I belong, because that is all inside me right now. That is inside each and every one of us the moment we were born, and what happens is people tell us otherwise and we believe it. And there comes a time in my life that I had to start listening to that small, still voice inside of me that's God, and know I had everything I needed to do to be who and what I was, and the only thing I had to do was get the heck out of my way and not believe that other junk. Now, that wasn't easy. That took some time. That took some effort. But it did show me that in many ways, even when I thought God had no interest in me, there was some power that was with me, because there were so many times I should have been dead that I wasn't. So many times that I've gone down rabbit holes and had to be pulled back out. So many stints in hospitals with people watching me every minute. And I'm still here, even though I tried as hard as I could not to be. Where am I now? I am the happiest I have ever been in my life. My wife and I, Lori, laugh more than we ever have before in our lives, many times because we have to, many times because we're silly, many times because we can't finish our own sentences, but the other person can, so we can still have a conversation. My life is so much better. And for the first time in my life, I feel as if I am doing what I am meant to do. And I cannot tell you how good that feels, how blessed I am, and how much gratitude I have, because all of you have been a part of that in my life. I couldn't do it without God. I couldn't do it without you. And I certainly couldn't do it without Lori. Our purpose statement is transforming lives and inspiring others to make a positive difference in our world. Now, we don't transform lives. That's up to the people whose lives, who have parts of their lives they want to change. What we do is provide content, provide our love, our support, classes, workshops, educational opportunities, compassionate choices, men's group, which I would love to get started, and everything else to go along with it in an atmosphere that promotes that change, that blesses people who are struggling, and we are here to do what we can. And one of the things we can do is tell a transformational story. Because if that's not something that will help someone transform their lives, I don't know what is. And I don't know about you, but if I have something happen with me or to me that I think is really great, I don't want to keep it to myself. I'm going to say, Ann, you got to check this out. This is wonderful. Libby, you'd be amazed at what this can do for you. And if that's not inspiring other people, again, I don't know what is. We have a lot going on. That's the end of my story, by the way. We have so much going on here right now, and so much more to come, that we absolutely have nothing but possibilities if we all join together and join in. I was at a breakfast at Father Fred's this past week for 15 or 16 faith leaders throughout the community. And I had been dying to find something like this, so just showing up and meeting these folks was a win. And the purpose of that was to talk about community outreach programs. And I had two really big surprises from this. First of all, we went around the table, introduced ourselves, and talked about the community outreach activities that we had. I can't tell you how much I was surprised by how many pantries, how many breakfasts, how many lunches, how many other programs are offered by so many people and ministries here in town. One of the people there said, well, yeah, we have $50,000 budget for this program. And I'm thinking, that's about a third of half of what we have as a budget. And it came around to me. And I talked about what we did. We were able to contribute to Father Fred, Women's Resource Center, Safe Harbor, and other organizations with our monthly tithes a few times a year. And that we don't have the resources that you may have to offer these programs as you do. However, we have people. We have a lot of people now who are into those other programs offered by other ministries or organizations that serve the community that we can participate in, and help those people who are in need, even if we don't have them eating breakfast here. There are so many opportunities. The second surprise I had is out of those 15 people there might have been 2 that even know we exist. I said, we're Unity of Traverse City. I said, where are you? We're in 5 Mile Road. Oh, I didn't know you were there. We are not known. And that's on me, that's on us, that's on everything we have done or haven't done for the last God knows how many years. One of the priorities that I have that I hope you will join me in is to change that. To work with other organizations, to show up and serve breakfast, show up and clean up after lunch. We have people at Father Fred now that do whatever they do there. Kelly. Actually, I saw Kelly. We're in this meeting, and he comes walking through and says, hi, Bob. And I was talking about our volunteers. I said, there goes one of them. So we have opportunities. And by doing that, people get to know us. And there might not be any direct relation to that, but the benefit of that is something that you cannot put in dollars and cents. It gives us opportunities to serve in so many ways. We have volunteer opportunities in the community. We have volunteer opportunities right here. And there are so many people who volunteer their time and work very hard. Each one of us has a special talent that nobody else has. And if you have a desire to share that talent, I guarantee you we will find a way to let you do that. All you have to do is let us know. Let me know. We have that C committee that Vicki was talking about. And there are a ton of things that are planned and a heck of a lot more on the way. And 3 of those people that are on that committee now are also on the board, and their plates are pretty darn full. And we would like to have someone else from the community participate in that. What is it you want? What is it you need? What can we do to give you those resources to transform your lives? We're willing and able, but we need some help. There are possibilities for the world. We had World Labyrinth Day yesterday. It was the 17th anniversary of that, which also happened to be the 17th anniversary of that labyrinth being formed. And I happen to be married to the person who did that, whose idea it was for that years ago. Can we change the world individually? Probably not. But I don't know how many thousands of people yesterday were walking around a labyrinth or watching one online or making one of their own, committed to walking for world peace and justice and bring that into our world. Is that transformational? Would that inspire someone else to do good in our world? I think so. I'm pretty sure that if we don't do those types of things, nothing will change. Excuse me. So it's up to us. Take a look back briefly. Excuse me. This is tacky. 4 years ago, our senior minister left. We had two choices. We could go forward or we could crash. We went forward. Look at the difference between then and now and the content that we offer, the people we have in the seats, the size of our congregation, and we continue to see new people not only coming, but coming back. That's transformational. I look forward to the transformational stories that I know I will hear and we will hear, to learn what you have done to change your life, which is never easy. I look forward to community outreach, evolving this ministry, this community to rise and evolve to our own potential that we have as a group. And if we continue to work together as we have the last 4 years, if not longer, with our purpose in mind of transforming lives and encouraging others to make a positive difference in our world, there is no doubt in my mind that we will be successful. Thank you so much, and God bless you.
Thank you, Bob. This is now the time of our offering, a time to share our financial gifts with the ministry. As children of a loving God, we live in the light of abundance, deeply grateful for all that has been given and all that is to come. We embrace the good that God provides with joy and thanksgiving. Let's say our prosperity blessing together. Our prosperity comes from our conscious awareness of God as our source and supply.
Guitar players.
Well, the music team wanted to join in too. It's okay.
Yeah.
I am a light in this world, in this world. I am a light in this world, in this world. This is a place, this is a time. Let it shine, let it shine. I see the joy in this world, in this world. I see the joy in this world, in this world. This is a place, this is a time. This is the place. This is the place. This is the time. This is the time. Let it shine. Let it shine. Let it shine. Let it shine. This is the place. This is the place. This is the time. This is the time. Let it shine. Let it shine.
Oh, my goodness. You know, one of the advantages of being the worship assistant is you get to see everybody's face. When Ken started to sing, Michael just went, he was like, he wasn't sure what was happening or where we were. Oh, I just love the music team. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It's so great. I do want to welcome any first-time guests. I don't know if there are any brand-new people here. Everyone looks kind of familiar, if not very familiar. But if you are new, we do have information packets in the back that the ushers can share with you that will give you more information about who we are, what we stand for, why we exist. Although, Bob, you did a really fabulous job today of explaining a lot of that, so thank you. Thank you so much. I also wanted to mention, but this is really important, that I wore shoes today to show off my toes because Bob said it's summer, right? Okay. I took his word for it. So that's my personal announcement. We do have prayer chaplains available. Usually someone's here, someone's out in the foyer. If you have a need for any special prayers or just want some encouragement or just want to feel closer to that spirit within you, please do take advantage of that particular service. It's really a beautiful one that we offer. And I want to remind people that there is food and coffee and I don't know what else in the back, but if you're hungry and want to get to know us a little bit more or just want to chat, please spend some time in fellowship in the back hall. And a reminder that there will be the documentary today, Forgotten Teachings of Charles Fillmore, who is one of our founders. So again, if you're wanting to learn more about unity, that's another great opportunity. I'm really looking forward to that. So thank you, Mary Ann, for putting that together. And with that, let's form our circle. Did you see his face? It was so funny. Sorry, I have cold hands. Oh. Now's the time, too, if you have anyone that's in need of prayer, of hope, of encouragement, feel free to say their name into the circle or just think it if you're more comfortable with that. But please share that with all of us. And we do want to thank Spirit today for bringing us all together and having this opportunity to recognize ourselves as a community of one with love, and that we do wish for world peace, but that peace begins with us, and that's what we're sharing today. And our prayer for protection, I can never start it because I can never remember.
The light of God. God, the love of God enfolds us. Power of God protects us. And the presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well.
Thank you.